let's talk about knockdowns. During any kind of fight, it's common for at least one of the people involved to fall over. In some sports, that means that the fight could come to an end. In others, it just means you've got a chance to do more damage. However, most sports have rules that say what you can and can't do on a knockdown. Like in boxing, you can't hit a grounded opponent. What if you're in a situation that doesn't take place in a boxing ring though? Maybe you're walking down the street and you hear somebody say that Dr. Pepper is trash, and you, being the sensible person you are, decide to sweep their legs out from under them, because we all know that people who don't like Dr. Pepper are either Martians from another planet here to sell a 7-Up, or Nazis. And I'm not taking the risk of it being a Nazi. In this situation, your opponent is down, and you have two options. Option 1 is to reach out your hand and say, "Sorry chap, I got a bit rough there. How about we put this all behind us and have a lovely spot of tea and crumpets?" Or, option 2 is to put on the pain! Show them the people's elbow! Give them the fucking chair! While some fighting games are determined to have you take the first option, "Sorry, chat," the majority of games let you put pressure on your opponent once they are waking up from the ground. If you have a character that is able to create a mix-up situation from a knockdown, that's called SetPlay. There are a few definitions we need to make first before we go deeper into this, so let's make them now. Okizeme is the act of hitting an opponent as soon as they get off the ground. Meaty is the act of landing the last few active frames of an attack on someone as they're getting up. Meaty attacks can lead to meaty combos, and they can have better frame advantage due to having less recovery time due to being later in the attack. Oh my, okay, this is very technical. It's an attack that hits on wake up and can lead to specific combos. Let's just go with that. So what exactly is SetPlay? SetPlay is the act of putting your opponent into a scenario where they have limited options that you can easily counter. This is why I began the video talking about knockdowns, as it's the most common place you see SetPlay. A character will get a knockdown on their opponent, put an object on the screen that will force their opponent into a specific state, normally blocking, sometimes something else, and then hit them with a mix-up in order to get a noble combo off of them. SetPlay is something that technically every character can do, but SetPlay characters are characters that do it exceptionally well and basically revolve their entire game plan around it. Now is the part of the video where I show some examples of different characters, so let's go over the fighter-specific example with Majin Buu. I mean Nappa, yeah. Nappa. Nappa has this move in which he does his part and plants a plant somewhere in the ground. Now, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but Nappa isn't a botanist, so it goes wrong and it makes a, wait, what the fuck are these things called again? Oh, yeah, a gremlin boy. When the gremlin is fully formed, it'll dig its way out of the dirt and begin attacking the player. Depending on if he did light or medium, the gremlin boy will do a specific sequence. Light will do claw, slide, and then a grab, while medium will do spit, slide, and then a grab. These are useful for block strings and combo extensions that I can definitely do, as you can see here. You can also combo slide into Dragon Rush as it knocks up, which is very useful. But what about heavy? Well, when you do the EX version of the move, you get a programmable gremlin boy. By inputting any of the attack buttons, you can choose the 4-sequence attack that the gremlin boy does. Light gives you claw, medium gives you slide, heavy gives you grab, and special gives you spit. Using heavy at any point in the string ends it right there and then, so make sure you use it near the end. This means Nappa is able to get some fucking nasty mix-up with his little gremlin boys once he gets any type of knockdown on his opponent. Alright, that's my fighters quota for the week. Let's go on to a game I know a lot less about, but still want to talk about, because I might one day know more things about it, and this sentence is really bad. Guilty Gear XX... Okay, I'm giving up. This game! That is very fun, and I never get salty over, ever, trust me. Guilty Gear is a game that has a lot of characters that do a lot of different stuff, so their archetypes are kinda... weird. What the fuck is that? But there are several characters that are able to do SetPlay effectively. Milia is probably the most basic one, knocking down your opponent and putting a projectile on them so that when they wake up they're forced to block and you can hit them with a mix-up or apply pressure. Or they could just, you know, not block and die. Angie hits you with the Butterfly of Doom, which forces you to stay where you are or you get hit with the brrrr. Or you could do the red Butterfly of Extra Doom that will force you to stand because it hits overward, which can lead to a sweep. Or Bridget, who does stuff, and Testament, who definitely doesn't piss me off. And if we go to a later game, we have Answer, who fucking I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what's going on. And finally, let's talk about the newest Street Fighter V character with Rose. Rose is one of the strangest kits in the entire game, and it's also one of the coolest I've ever seen. She's able to use this move to set up a sphere in 3 different locations that will explode after a certain amount of time. Alternatively, she can spend some meter to have a sphere that will blow up almost instantly in 2 separate locations. Using this, she's able to set up scenarios that force her enemy to stay grounded, or even force them to take a throw if they're not careful. Her V-Trigger 1 also lets her teleport, which can lead to crazy combos. This character's so fucking sick, I just wish I had enough brain cells to play her. SetPlay is a powerful tool that many different characters can use, but for the characters that specialize in it, they can make it feel like you never get to play the game. And for some people, that's pretty fun. But not for me, fuck this character, am I right?